This week, Star Wars comes out. Star Wars Episode 3.5. It's called Revenge of the Sith 2, Even More Revenge, Anakin's Back.
Is it kind of like Lion King 1.5?
It's actually weird because it's going to be like really breaking the universe. He goes back in time. So you're going to have old Anakin and young Anakin at the same time. And they're going to be like a duo of Jedi who go around solving crimes in the galaxy.
How would that not ruin the time continuum?
It splits off into a whole new one. There's a new galaxy for every Anakin. Every year of Anakin's life, there's a new galaxy.
And this is sci-fi, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It makes perfect sense. Throw a TARDIS in there. People will love it. So Star Wars comes out this week, and I'm super excited, and I wanted to talk about Star Wars. Even though we actually, in the past, yesterday, but in the future for us right now, we are all getting together to watch all the Star Wars movies.
Yes.
In preparation. And that's what I was going to talk about. What have you been doing to prepare for Episode 7? Because you're a Star Wars fan.
Interestingly, I'm doing some like work projects around it.
Okay.
And
She works for Disney.
No.
Lucasfilm.
I wish. No, my company is being awesome and renting out a theater just for the company to see it on Thursday. So like an entire theater, or actually 2 theaters in New York City just to fit our whole company to see it, because one of our owners might be the biggest Star Wars fan I have ever met in my entire life.
You can't see me, but I'm shaking my head in jealousy.
No, he had a character like named after him in one of the novels or something.
What?
Like, that's not even a lie. No, that's not even a lie. The third Han Solo trilogy novel.
What? I have that book.
Dawn. Yeah, So I don't know the name of the character. I can't think of it, but it's like a ripoff of his real name. And
was this like a prize he won on the back of like a cereal box? That sounds like something that would happen in the 90s.
He said, we're making this, the whole company go see it, which is awesome.
So and that's why we're not seeing it together on opening night.
No, we're not.
And you get to see it like 3 hours before me.
Yeah, right at 7 p.m. And I don't think we have any previews. Here's the really fun part. He wanted trivia questions put up on the screen beforehand, and I'm writing the trivia questions.
Is your boss George Lucas?
So like they'll be up on a movie screen. No, they'll be up on a movie screen, and all my coworkers will be like, "Hey, it's C, it's whatever," and I'll have written them.
I think your boss is George Lucas.
I'm like I'm literally writing trivia questions, and like that's getting me excited.
Have you been watching any of the movies?
No, because I know that I'm going to, or in the future will have already watched.
You will have seen him yesterday, but in 2 days from now. It's like Looper. YouTube Looper. But here's the thing, we're only watching 4, 5, and 6.
Sure.
What's your stance on 1, 2, and 3 in preparation?
I want to watch, this is something we talked about already. Apparently somebody made a master cut of 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
That's like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Apparently most of 2 is just not even.
Which sounds about right.
Yeah. And it's like
most of 2 is not in it?
Yeah.
I feel like 1 is the one you could cut down to like 5 minutes.
I need to find what it's called or where it is. Probably on YouTube. And it's just supposed to be like everything you absolutely need to know and what moves the plot along, and apparently just makes it like a better whole 4-hour movie as opposed to like 3 different movies.
I watched the Plinkett reviews of all 3 of the prequels, which was my way of watching the prequels. Yeah. And then I started listening to episode 1 while I was at work, and oh boy, that movie is not good. It is not written very well. I have forgotten. And then we're going to watch 4, 5, and 6 on In the Past and the Future. Okay, so let's really, really quickly talk about Episode 7. We've actually talked about watching the movie, but now how about we talk about the movie? We already did a video where we kind of talk about our trailer reactions, and we kind of talk a little bit about rumors and theories. We've watched like all the trailers and
I didn't watch the international one because some people told me it was a little spoilery.
There's some stuff I regret seeing in it. There's an international and then a Chinese trailer.
There it is.
We talked a little bit about theories. I think the funny thing is you mentioned that the theory was out there that Kylo Ren was Luke, even though that's obviously not true.
Yeah, I mean,
and everyone was like, how can you believe that theory? Like, that's ridiculous. Of course it's ridiculous. You were just mentioning that it existed.
Right.
And the theory out there still exists that Luke could be evil. I don't hope that's the
I
case.
saw something come up again like 2 days ago.
I hope it's not true.
Luke is definitely evil, and it was funny. It was like one of those articles I'm searched because I have Android, so I use like to get the Google like thing where it's like these are articles you're interested in.
Oh boy!
And literally the title of it was like Luke is evil, and I was like, please tell me that that's just some weird article like
fan theory. Yeah.
And I don't want to read it.
Break your phone.
I just didn't read it. So
I don't think he's evil. I even hope that there's sort of like, because the big thing when the poster came out is, where's Luke? Where is he in the trailer? Where is he in the poster? Everyone keeps asking JJ, where's Luke? And I think a lot of people speculate that it's because he's not going to be in the movie a whole lot, or the plot of the movie will be finding him, or there's some big reveal. I hope it's not any of that. I hope he's in the movie, and that this is just one thing JJ's like, yeah, we're going to just not show this. This is one thing you're going to have to wait to see the movie to see, and we're going to throw you off and make you speculate, because that would be fun.
Then that would be a very JJ thing to do.
Here's my big mystery, and here's what I'm hoping for, and it's a stretch, and it has nothing to do with the movie itself, but the movie experience, is that, listen, when did we get the first teaser for episode 7? Last December, about a year out from it being released. We are now in December. Next year, a year from now, we will be getting the first spin-off Star Wars film, Rogue One. Yep. Wouldn't it be cool if you kick off Star Wars Episode 7 with a teaser trailer for Star Wars Rogue One? I mean, talk about your demographics being perfectly lined up. Talk about generating buzz and making that a surprise. Like, that would be so awesome. And, you know, I know they've already done, I don't know if they finished, but they at least started principal photography for Rogue One. So it's like there is footage somewhere. So I don't know. I think that would be really cool. And that's what I'm really hoping for.
Even if they end up just showing the teaser that we saw, like crackly
the Comic-Con teaser.
Filmed, but we actually see it, like, good.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm just hoping we don't see any form of Jar Jar Binks or Gungans or any references to midichlorians or anything from the prequels. I hope, Harrison Ford puts on a performance that's better than when he was Indiana Jones in Indy 4. And,
he's getting old, though. You gotta give him that.
Old, but, old people can act. There's no excuse for being...
No, but you've been in the industry for a long time. Maybe you just don't have the oomph anymore. No?
He better get the oomph.
You gotta see if he has the oomph.
He probably got paid, millions of oomphs. Even if the movie's bad, which I hope it isn't, because I'm gonna be seeing it 4 times. The prequels were bad, and I still enjoyed them.
Where are you going?
I still enjoyed them, and the experience, the experience is at the very least, we're going to get that experience, because everybody cheering when it says Star Wars and the fanfare starts. Yeah, I'm going to be crying like a little baby, and I'm not ashamed of it. And I'm going to probably cry the 3rd time, the 4th time. Like, every time I see it, I'm going to cry, because I get to see Star Wars in theaters. And so even if the movie's awful, I get that out of it. And that will probably be worth the experience. So let's talk to Steve. Steve has not seen any trailers, has not read any news, has not watched any commercials. He has gone complete media blackout. The other day, something leaked to him, and he goes, hey, something leaked to me, and now I know that there's a girl in Star Wars. Like, that's the extent of his knowledge of this movie. So we're not going to spoil anything for him, but I wanted to know what he's thinking about this movie. As somebody who just, doesn't know anything about it, what his theories are. So we could go back after he sees it and then, laugh at some of these theories. It'll be about Jar Jar. The 2 things, Steve, that I want to know about you in Star Wars as somebody is, 1, what do you know about it? Because, okay, you say you've been avoiding trailers and stuff, but, you couldn't have perfectly avoided everthing.
What do I know about Star Wars?
The Episode 7.
The concepts? The
well,
wars?
Yeah, we're going to start. Let's start with George Lucas in THX 1138, the student film.
There was a movie called THX 1138.
Right.
And it was a short film made by a student.
Okay, let's jump forward a little bit. Episode 7. Okay. You are avoiding all the trailers. You're avoiding everything, right?
Wait, so what do you want me to guess at what the plot is?
Well, first I want you to tell us what you know from what has leaked through the cracks, because
I feel like that you're gonna get that based on what I think the plot is.
Okay, so then tell us what you think the plot is.
Okay, what do you think the plot is?
So I didn't prep for this because I didn't.
Perfect.
So I don't.
Raw Steve. That's the name of the series.
I'm not gonna come up with something funny.
That's fine. So it's Raw Steve.
We want to know seriously what you think.
Okay, so you've known me for a long time.
Yeah.
Christine, you've known me for a pretty long time too. Not as long of a time.
No.
I think both of you have known me for long enough of a time to know I have a great memory.
Uh-huh.
So
I like where it's starting.
here's what I know. I'm not even gonna try and come up with a plot. There's a black guy stormtrooper,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets surprised by something. No, he doesn't get surprised. He is like, ha! He stands up into the frame.
Right.
That's it. That's all I know.
That's all you know about episode 7.
I know. Wait, no. Okay. So when I went to see, what movie did I go to see on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, clearly.
You weren't there, but you know.
Hunger Games?
No, what movie? Oh, Bond. The.
Oh, James Bond, Spectre.
So and then so when I went to see Spectre, a trailer came on and there was like there was like a lady voice, and then there was like a person with a mask on, and I assume that was the lady with the lady voice, and then she was like rappelling down into a big abandoned place that reminded me very much of a video game, but I can't think of what specific one. And then I was like, this is Star Wars, and I covered my ears, and then I like made noise, but like quietly.
Uh-huh.
Like, people realize you get really mad.
So your initial memory of everything you know about this movie is there is a black stormtrooper Jedi maybe, and there is a lady who rappels in a space that's a video game.
Maybe that wasn't the lady. A lady was
maybe
talking.
Right. There was a lady talking, and then there was
a guy in a stormtrooper outfit. Maybe he's a stormtrooper. Maybe he's not.
Right.
There's a person who's in a like Tusken Raider kind of looking outfit who rappels into a big empty place.
Uh-huh. And that's I am honestly more amazed. I mean, I'm amazed at your ability. You're not I don't think you're a big enough Star Wars fan that I would say, oh, I credit you for having the willpower to not watch any of this stuff. But the ability... How did you avoid everything for a year? Well, thank you, Steve, for giving us insight into what you're expecting on Thursday. That'll be real interesting.
I was happy to share.
We'll have to all share our thoughts after the movie comes out. Thanks, Christine. You could go enjoy the food that has arrived.
Fried chicken.
I hope everybody enjoys this. Everybody in the comments... You're welcome to leave your theories on what's in the movie, or you're welcome to yell at us again about our theories, like you did last time. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Enjoy Star Wars if you're going to see it, and if you're not, why are you watching this video? It makes no sense. And I'll see you next time for when we review Star Wars Black Stormtrooper, maybe Jedi, Episode 7. Bye.